Oh, say does that.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports, as with always fun when we can get a rivalry game from opposing conferences, RJ.
Oh, yeah. And what makes it so interesting is that these teams don't see each other very often. It makes it special for us, the teams and the fans, when you get together and go at it.
And now the opening lineup for Mexico City. And here's Jordan. Playing the Clippers, he was nearly unstoppable. Yeah, that one's good.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Here's Wesley. Into the lane. The shot misses. Now here's Jordan. And a nice finish on the layup. Jordan's got his second bucket on the night.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Out of bounds. Hornets ball as Charlotte keeps possession. And we're about a minute into the first. And so it looks like the Hornets will retain possession here. Here's Wesley. 17 points in his last outing. Here's Jay. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Shot is good by Kersey.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Jay. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. Count it.
Are you serious? What a sweet move. Broke his ankles on that one.
Pass to Ewing. To the paint. Here's Wesley. And the 10-footer finds the target.
Sometimes the pick doesn't even have to be perfect. It can just be a pick. He just needs to create a sliver of space.
A great job to establish position and square up.
A moment here to see the numbers for him.
And he's gone cold over the last 10 games, guys. His scoring numbers are down, and he can't seem to get out of this rough patch. He's got to get himself going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Here's Wesley. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Shot is good by Kersey.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
For Mexico City, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Jordan. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
And a lot of that begins with effort. Putting in the work and closing out possession should make this a much more contested game.
Ewing passes to Wesley. Here's Ewing. Inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Charlotte shooting their first free throw of the night here. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Showing what kind of hang time he's got there. Use a little double pump when you can just go straight up with it.
Mexico City shooting their first free throw of the night. The Hornets making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Here's Wesley. Pass to Kersey. Outside Murray. Fires for three. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Here's Jordan. Good on the baseline, Jay. Jordan's got 8.
He's been perfect this quarter. They keep feeding him, and he keeps delivering.
Terry, the pass to Ewing. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Jay.
Blocking foul call. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Jam that one home.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Charlotte trailing. Wesley, the pass to Terry. Here's Wesley. Here's Kersey. 6 points for him. 6 to shoot. Here's Ewing. Blocked! Here's Jay. And there's the rejection. And so Murray will bring it up for the Hornets. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
They definitely came into that one hoping to be competitive. Unfortunately, they were anything but.
You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NBA, so you're surprised whenever you see a lopsided score.
And Murray drops them both. Grant, you think it's too early in the season to try and forecast where teams are going to end up?
You know, B.A., yes and no. I think we have a handful of teams whose fates might already be determined. But we always have a couple of surprise teams that come out of nowhere. That's what makes the season so much fun to watch. Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
All right, let's have a look at the leaderboard to see which team scored the most points off turnovers this past month.
And lately, they've not only been forcing turnovers, but capitalizing on them on the other end, hustling hard to convert every time.
1:44 left to play in the first quarter. Charlotte again missing.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Pass to Simpson. Here's Terry. Switch. To the inside. Wiseman finds Murray. Here's Terry. Again the miss by the Hornets. And here's Mexico City now. And that's 26 straight for them now. Only 2 other teams have ever won more games in a row.
The team is playing what I'd call nearly flawless basketball. They just can't lose. One of the most memorable winning streaks in league history. Seeing the way these guys are balling right now makes me want to lace it up a little bit.
Here's Simpson. Still no points. Wiseman with it. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so.
Here's Jay, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Out of bounds. Hornets ball as Charlotte keeps possession.
Substitution for your Hornets. Number 31, Tijon Salon.
There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Shot's good by Simpson.
Nice little draw up there from the inbounds play to get them an easy bucket.
And he jams it home with authority.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. With 1 on the clock. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Mexico City ahead. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what stands out to you from Mexico City in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
On the court for Mexico City, here's Jay, and the layup is good. Jay's got 10 points.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Murray scanning the floor. Pass to Simpson. Back to McBride. Now here's Wiseman. Just 5 to shoot. Outside McBride. And the three-pointer goes.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Here's Jay. He's got 10.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Mexico City.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
Well, I've also really loved watching them connect from the in-between area. I mean, they're finding ways to do damage consistently from there. He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Salon, no good.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Some solid defense from Jordan.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Simpson, coming in off 12 points in his last outing. Chalk up 2 there.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Here's Jay. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Pass to Salah. Three-pointer. Mexico City with a rebound. Their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it into this one.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
Tough to keep the consistency from deep, but they did it last time.
Here's Simpson. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. And he lobs it up. Tipped. And the layup is good off the glass. Simpson's got his third basket on the night right there.
Any possession that ends with him finishing at the rim is ideal.
Here's Jordan. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
Pass to Murray. Outside McBride. Here's Simpson. Shot clock at 6. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Here's Jordan. There's the drive. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Hornets trail by 11. Pass to McBride. They set the pick. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Screen by Wiseman to the middle. Here we go. Here's Jay.
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Here's Simpson. He has 6. And he's going for the oop here.
Saw his teammate with a path to the rim, and boom, lobbed it up there beautifully.
Very smooth catch and finish. Now McBride. He's coming off a 13-point game against Detroit. Pass to Salah. McBride with it. Just 5 on the clock. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2. Mexico City leading by 13. From the baseline, count it. He's got 9.
And there's some nice chemistry on offense. They're just taking what the defense allows.
Down low. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Jordan. From behind the arc. Nails it from 3.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Now here's McBride. He's got 5. Pass to Salah. From downtown. Gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Ooh, rejected by Wiseman. Here's Simpson. He's got 6. A minute 6 left to play in the half. Pass to Murray. Here's Salong. Now Jordan. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
And that one is stuffed right through.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Hornets trail by 19. Outside McBride. There's the triple. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times, or he will bury you.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Ooh, rejected by Wiseman. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Wiseman.
Substitution on the court.
16 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Jay. He's got 16. Percy pulls it in.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Here's Wesley. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it looks like the Hornets will retain possession here. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Mexico City ahead, up by 16. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Look, I know this is going off topic, But during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So Kenny, as the point guard here, and getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for Mexico City. Well, and that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Mexico City leading by 16. And it's Ewing in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Takes it inside. That shot off the mark. Charlotte has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Wesley. And the Hornets, another 3. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, BA, I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches. But the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Charlotte's gone 7 of 11 from outside the arc. Nice percentage from distance so far. Pass to Terry. Here's Wesley. Lots of room. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at the Hornets. Boy, it's been a rough season for them. They're at the bottom of their conference. Here's Jay. He's got 18. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Book it. He's now 9 for 11 after that one.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Hornets trail by 17. Here's Wesley. He's got 5. It's deflected. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And that's exactly how you attack length. I love how he doesn't lack assertiveness.
Really putting the bigger defender on his heels. I love seeing aggressive finishes like that.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. This pause in the action provides an opportunity to look at the best fast break teams in the league.
When it comes to transition play, this team outperforms most others. They've got a lot of speedy players, and they use them well.
Pass to Kersey. To the paint. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Almost converts despite the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Blake Wesley. 2 shots.
Good on the second one. Here's Jay. 20 points for him. Cuts off the pass. Going all the way to the rack. The finish. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Now here's Jordan. He's guarded closely. And he makes it on the layup. Give him 8 points now.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area, huh?
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Salon. He's got 7. Pass to Wesley. 5 to shoot. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry.
Tremendous vision. Passing out of the shot. That's great decision making.
Mexico City leading by 16. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Yeah, they really need to double team him.
Mexico City shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. The Hornets have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Over to the wing. Here's Salon. Pure from three-point range. Salon, he's got 10 points in the game.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Pass to Jay. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's Kersey from the arc. And the Hornets, another three.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Sends it home from three-point land.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
All right, let's check in with Alex. Okay, look out.
Man.
Wow.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Pass to Salon. Let's go with a three. Doesn't go for him. Mexico City leading by 14. And we're going to have a jump ball.
It will be a free jump.
In transition, here they come. Here's Jay. Oh, throw it down. Wow. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Pass to Wesley.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Terry. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Clock at 6. Here's Ewing. Here's Wesley. The putback. He's off on that one. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Jay. Got it. Good job in the low post. Jay's got 10 points in the quarter.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Pass to Terry. Here's Salon. Here's Kersey. He's got 12. The three. Here's Terry. Nails it with a hand in his face. Terry's got his second basket. Mexico City leading by 16. Here's Jay. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Pass to Ewing. And the bucket is good. Ewing's got 6.
And he has to build on this, because we can see where him being a ghost out there has gotten them so far.
Here's Jay.
Remember, they had 0 turnovers at the half. It's been a very different story so far since the break.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
A new lineup here for Charlotte. Hornets trail by 16. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Got a hand on it. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession. Collier, he's checked in for Charlotte. Jeremy Grant comes in for Jones.
Jeremy Grant.
And here's Charlotte now. Pass to Simpson. To the middle. Here's Wiseman. James Wiseman, a monster down low.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Here's Jordan, and slam dunk by Jordan.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Charlotte has gotten 4 threes to fall out of 5 attempts here in the third. Up top, Wiseman. Here's Collier. Grant, the pass to Wiseman. Grant, left side. The 3 is up. No good there. That'll count. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Mexico City in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. Boy, they've been playing at a fast pace, beating the defense in transition and adding to that big lead. We'll be right back after this word. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Mexico City. Pass to Simpson. Screen by Wiseman to the inside. And it's Wiseman with the jam.
He's getting after it, but needs some help if they're going to get it done.
Now here's Jordan. McBride covers. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Here's Simpson. Wiseman in the high post. Shot clock at 5. Pulls up on the wing. Mexico City with a rebound. Earlier in the game, they led by 19.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass. Nice basic one-hander there.
Hey, I think he got some extra bounce off the ground on that one. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Simpson. Pass to Buckner. Wiseman in the high post. Murray inside. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. And here's Mexico City now. It's a 16-point game. Here's Jay. The shot. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Pass to Kersey. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Mexico City.
Oh, I absolutely love seeing them use their big men like this. They clearly have trust in them, and so far, look, they've been delivering.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
Outside McBride. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
So he gets them both.
And they've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
Now here's Jordan, tightly guarded. Pass to Jay. They get it again. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Hornets trail by 18. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Ewing passes to Wesley. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
And I love it. Challenging the bigger defender and showing plenty of heart.
He's not going to back down from anyone. Got to commend the fearless attitude right there.
Pass to Jordan. Beyond the arc. Drops in the three. Jordan's got 11 in the second half.
A massive reason they're winning. This guy hasn't missed a shot. Not one.
Here's McBride. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Jordan with the bucket.
But he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Here's Wesley. Terry, the pass to Kersey. 5 on the clock. Pass to Terry. The three is up. Kersey, no good. Mexico City leading by 18. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
This has been one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. What's incredible is he has no off switch, just a tremendous motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. You think it's just another game. He is totally in control of his emotions.
You know, some guys aren't the same player on the road. Not this guy. He loves sticking it to an opposing crowd, and it only adds fuel to his fire. Hornets trail by 20. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor. Whoa, that man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Pass to Salah, tipped away. He shoots it, deflected, and he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Some changes for Charlotte. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter here. Jordan inside. He's against Smith. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Hey, I'd keep feeding him every trip. He's been on fire this quarter.
The Hornets have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Here's Simpson. Fires in the triple.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And a two-handed jam.
And guys, that's gotta be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Pass to Wiseman. Smith outside. Over Jordan. Smith no good.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually gonna make those.
32 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Puts up a three. And Charlotte, another three.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
And that one's good. Jay.
How do you stop a good fadeaway jumper? That's a trick question. You don't.
Here's Simpson. So Mexico City wins it. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And time now to present our player of the game.